The Mob, Part 2. Roberto, Tony's youngest son, is a multi-millionaire whose money is as long as his Uncle Joey's. Tony knows his son is the only person he can turn to at this point, which is his lowest moment in his life. Roberto was at home minding his own business when he heard thunderous knocks at his front door. He reached for his pistol and so did several of his men. He checked the monitor that's connected to the camera outside of his home where he spotted his father banging on his front door. "Someone please let the old man in," said Roberto. He knows that his father wants something, and that's the only reason why his father even talks to him in the first place. It's sad, but it's the truth. Tony didn't greet anyone. He just walked past everyone and headed towards his son once they opened up the front door for him. "Roberto, I need all the guns that you have because we're going to war with your Uncle Joey," said Tony. "He entered my home and pointed the gun at your mother." Roberto blacked out after that moment. No one disrespects his mother and lives. "Don't say another word. Every gun that me and my men own will be used," Roberto explained. "No one disrespects my mother, especially pointing a gun at her. They're all dead, man." Tony knew what he had to say to set off his son, and he did just that. "Don't forget Louis," Tony added, with evil in his eyes. Roberto looked at his father in a gravely manner. "They're all dead, and they're going to die tonight," Roberto said. "Just take care of my mother, and I'll handle the rest." Roberto wants both the heads of his cousin Louis and his Uncle Joey now at this point. Shortly thereafter, he left his father at his home to tend to his mother, and then he exited his mansion located near Central Park. He headed straight to his cousin Louis' house with more machinery than the NYPD. 8 vehicles filled with his closest men and guns followed behind him. "Tonight everyone dies," he exclaims to all his men who rode with him. "My Uncle Joey and his stupid ass son Louis will die tonight, and they won't see it coming," he continued. Meanwhile, Joey entered his home in frustration. Louis could see the anger all over his father's face. "So I'm guessing you didn't kill the son of a bitch," Louis said aloud. His father turned to him with his eyes nearly popping out of their sockets. "Shut your damn mouth. He got away, but make no mistake about it. I'm taking his ass down tonight," Joey made clear. Before he had a chance to sit down, bullets began flying in their direction and some of his men struggled to take cover. They all died at that moment as Louis tackled his dad to the floor and they began to return fire. "Uncle Joey and cousin Louis, your lives end tonight," Roberto yelled from just outside of Louis' home in Brooklyn. Their eyes widened as they all realized who's shooting at them. Joey and Louis reloaded their guns and kept shooting after they reloaded their guns. Joey began to head to the back door and Louis followed behind because they're outmanned and they don't have enough guns to return fire. They have to head to the backyard to get to the guns out of their tool shed. However, as Louis followed behind his father, several bullets made their way to his back and to the back of his head. Louis fell to the floor lifeless, and Joey spotted his son instantly. He had no time to think, he just had to react, so Joey began shooting back like a madman once he noticed his son lying dead on the floor. Joey shot several of Roberto's men dead, all headshots, But Roberto is a smooth assassin. He managed to maneuver and dodge each bullet aimed in his direction. It was his gun that ended Louis' life, and Joey would not allow Roberto to live much longer.